Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between that, before we get into the video, can we get some appreciation for the grout fit? I don't know what... Ow! The static electricity in my basement is strong today. I just shocked the hell out of myself. I don't know what to do with my arms when... Ow! How did it do it again? Whatever. Elon Musk and alternate accounts. He seems to be fond of that thing, role-playing. He seems like a big role-playing kind of guy. I made a video just a few months ago talking about the fact that Elon was recently role-playing as a 3-year-old on Twitter, more specifically his 3-year-old Ash. This name right here, I can't really say it. Every time I try, my furniture starts floating. And in that video, I cover 2 suspects that are believed to be alt accounts for that nepotism billionaire. There is Erman Musk, E-R-M-N Musk. He changed the O to an M, and we were just like, oh, it's not Elon. That one was confirmed to be an alt of his. You could see it logged in when he posted a screenshot of his Twitter. You could see it next to his profile picture. And that's the account where he roleplays a 3-year-old child. His 3-year-old child, which is craziest thing. That was likely an easy roleplay for Papa Musk, considering not only does he already act like a child on his main account every other day of the week, but it's a high likelihood that he probably visits the adult diaper section every time he walks into a convenience store. For his friend. Not him, just for someone he knows. That's what he says, he promises. But today I want to discuss one of the most insane instances of an alleged Elon alt that I've seen on the internet so far, because there's so much evidence pointing in favor of this being Elon and against this being Elon, and I want to discuss all of it with you guys. But this is such a crazy case, considering not only does he act like Elon, but also all the same ideologies and beliefs as Elon, and they've gotten this guy in a voice call before, and he's bang on exactly Elon's voice. I don't know how. If this is Elon, he thinks he's hiding. But if this isn't Elon, this guy is like those Obama impersonators that used to play Black Ops Zombies back in the day on YouTube. That was the golden era of YouTube. But now we're dealing with this shit because it's Elon and he's arguing politics. Nothing's fun anymore, man. Let me laugh. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Adrian Dittmann, the alleged Elon alt that's been taking the internet by storm recently. And the thing is, this account is relatively young, being only birthed out the womb July of 2021, which was before Elon bought X and pissed and shit everywhere, so there's a chance it could not be his alt, because how would he prepare this far ahead? I mean, he was banned from the website, and that's one of the reasons he bought the website in the first place. Like, I would not be shocked in the slightest if Elon has a bunch of backlogged alt accounts like Dr. Doom and his Doom bots that he just sends into battle whenever he doesn't want to fight the battle himself. But at the same time, I don't think Elon has the proper cognitive function to plan that far in advance, so the alt account being made like a year before he even took control of the website seems like a bit of a confounding variable, kind of throws off the investigation a little bit. However, there's a lot of details that point in the other direction. Like, Adrian's been straight bouncing on it for a while now. He has been glazing Elon in every comment section. There's even one clip I saw where it was Adrian in a comment section of Elon, a picture of Elon and his kid, where he's like, "You're such a great dad. Oh, I bet your kids love you so much." Which, if we figure out that Adrian is in fact Elon, is the funniest thing ever. But regardless, when Adrian mainly caught the public consciousness' eye was in an argument about H-1B visas, which are a very specific type of visa that allow for people to immigrate into the country if they have like a specific skill to fit a job. Elon used H-1B visas to get into the country because he's from South Africa and owns an emerald mine, so of course he's gonna pay his way in. But like, he got into arguments on Twitter because of course he's pandered to a relatively right-wing audience for the past few years, and so most of his general audience does not like the idea because they don't want people immigrating into the country at all whatsoever. And so he was fighting. It was like Captain America Civil War, except without any appealing characters and just people who shower twice a month. And so it was just so much arguing, so much fighting. And during this argument with Adrian, Elon makes a tweet online saying that he will go to war in favor of H-1B visas. So it was a bit weird seeing 2 people who are supposedly not the same person, despite sounding completely alike, arguing the exact same point at the exact same time on the website. It's like he had 2 computers open at the same time and he would just like jump back and forth. He had 2 keyboards on his desk. It was just really weird and kind of convenient to happen at the exact same time. But this really throws me through a loop, man, because like this both points me in the direction of it more likely being Elon and less likely being Elon, because of course, there is the whole thing where, like, duh, no shit, this is, like, they act exactly the same and sound exactly the same. If it looks like a rock and smells like a rock, it's probably a rock. But at the same time, Elon, like, there's no way he's that dumb. There's no way he's that stupid, right? Like, there's no way he thinks that, like, we don't realize that he is the exact same person. It's like if Batman didn't dress up in a whole bat suit and just wore, like, a bat, like, glasses. And they're like, how do you know I'm Bruce Wayne? What do you mean? not Bruce Wayne. I just recently moved into town. and I also live with him and act like him. Like, what do you mean? And don't even get me started on the slip-ups, dude. He slips up so often when referring to Elon. This should be the nail on the coffin if I wasn't so confused about all of this. And it's the fact that when he talks about certain things with Elon, like there was a clip on a Destiny stream where he talks about rocket fuel, and he says, the fuel I'm currently using. Who's that? I didn't know Adrian was fond of building rockets. You might want to found a company called like Space Y or something.
Physics. I can't really talk to you about the nature of inflammatory rhetoric if we're not able to dive into the political issues that are underlying all of the rhetoric itself. So it's hard.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about rocket fuel in the sense, right? Your kind of rocket fuel is solid here, but it also is the wrong type of rocket fuel for the rocket that you want to run. It's actually an inferior version of that same rocket fuel that I'm using right now, which is actually also liquid.
Now, I could easily be missing some details here. Adrian could have been getting into some local school build-your-own rocket competitions, but that voice... Listen to that voice. Come on, dude. I know what you may be thinking. You haven't seen Adrian and Elon in the same room together, so it can't be him. Except you have, question mark? There was a clip where Elon decided to try and prove the haters wrong by joining a call with Adrian, and it literally sounds like he is at a mic across the room and he has a mic way over there, and he's doing both at the same time. I mean, they're talking over each other, which would be very hard to replicate, but like, I guess maybe it's not. I don't know. Listen to this.
I mean, I can't, honestly, I don't believe you're not me.
Yeah, that's a theory. That's a
me.
theory. People think I'm legitimately your clone. There's been theories that I'm one of your Neuralink experiments. Can you like clarify that I'm not one of your Neuralink experiments, or maybe I am and I wouldn't realize it? Because that shit's advanced. How are your marks? I don't know. I was a test subject.
Well, the weird thing is you even ask questions in the way that I would ask questions.
Autism.
And, your sense of humor is quite similar sense of humor.
Oh, man, I got some glaze on my face. That was... I don't know how Elon somehow sounds less like Elon than Adrian does. Like, what? I'm so confused. This is the most confused I've ever been. Usually, I like to try and dig in, go full conspiracy brain, and believe a certain ideology in this situation. I'm going either. My scale keeps going like this every time I see more details about this story. It's just mind-boggling. And this is where a new contender enters the ring in the funniest twist in this entire story so far. But first, let me introduce the guy. He is a streamer that goes by the name of Connor Eats Pants. He is funny as hell. I love the guy. And he has a series called Fortnite Fridays, where he mainly invites various people onto his show. Usually pretty big names. He got George Santos, the Tiger King. He got Zachary Levi, like Shazam. And of course, he tried to get the Hawk to a girl many times to no avail, considering then she scammed her audience for millions of dollars and then went to sleep for a long time. But recently, he asked Adrian himself to get on the show, and with very little slack, got a yes. And I wasn't expecting the #1 stream of the year to happen only 3 days into it, but by God, this entire stream is an absolute goldmine. And I wanted to go over some of my favorite clips with you guys.
When I was like small on the internet, I would like make smaller accounts of myself and like be a fan of like myself and like make myself seem cooler than I actually am.
Oh my god.
That was like what I would do. I'd be like Connor Eats Pants fan 32.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah. A little sad, but funny.
Yeah, I never did anything like that.
I didn't think you did. You smoke?
It's so entertaining the way that Connor Eats Pants invites people onto his show that are arguably pretty controversial individuals and somehow manages to make them so incredibly uncomfortable, and they don't leave. They sit through all of it. They're like sadists or something.
Hang on a second. What do you think SpaceX is? Define it for me.
Gay?
You think space exploration is gay, really?
No. I said SpaceX was.
Because that's exactly what it is.
I don't really know how to interpret that clip right there. It sounds like Adrian also just called SpaceX gay, which, good for him. Prime months in a few months. I'm glad he could come out of the closet early. But regardless, this is one of the details that pushes me a little farther from it being Elon. And you'll see more of this in some of the other clips I'm going to show you in this video. But Elon, in his history, has had very thin skin. He would have gotten angry so fast at these interview questions that Connor has thrown his way throughout the video. But, like, maybe he's fully committing to the bit. Maybe Elon is literally Moon Knight. Maybe Adrian's one of his alternate personalities, and the 3-year-old's another one. But it's so weird, like, how much this guy is Elon, while also being very obviously not. I'm confused. I need your help. This is something you guys are gonna have to discuss in the comments too. But while you discuss, let's watch another funny clip.
Modern math books are absolutely fucking dog shit. The books from like the 1960s are a lot better.
You should
don't
read,
have, like,
you should
these
read a book on how to
weird
get some
graphical
hoes, bro.
illustrations in
Am I
it.
right? Nah, I'm just
No,
playing,
I don't do
bro. I'm
hoes,
just
fuck
playing,
hoes.
dude.
If this is actually Elon, Connor, I give him like a week before his house is leveled by a Tesla rocket.
Tell me a good joke about Democrats.
Democrats be like LGBTQ to the polls, am I right? And we're gay. Kiss boy, you know? Something like that, right?
Oh my fucking god.
Am I right,
Okay,
bro?
that's a little bit funny.
It's
I
pretty
don't know
fun.
about
Yeah,
that,
it was
man.
good.
Are you saying all Democrats are gay?
I think everybody's gay.
Are you gay?
No.
Okay, the vibe I get from a Connor Respans Fortnite Friday stream is kind of the same vibe you get when two individuals are walking right towards each other, and one kind of goes out of the way to dodge, and that person goes the same way, and then you go like the other way to kind of counter it, and they counter it at the same time, and all of a sudden you're both facing each other and you have to kiss on the lips. Except that is the vibe for a 3-hour time expanse. It's so funny. Like, can someone tell me why when I was sitting at work bored and watching the stream, hi Eric, please don't fire me, they were discussing the societal impact of the Hawk Tuah meme? What universe are we in?
I like Hawk Tuah. You heard that one?
Yeah, and I think it's, I actually don't really like that meme personally because I think it, well, think about it this way, right? It sets bad standards, in my opinion. It's not good for society. I think it's, well, basically, let's break it down.
Okay.
You know, you do the most basic of basic things that you can do, which is get drunk. Then you go in public while you're drunk, make a sex joke while you're drunk in front of everybody with no care to your own personal reputation.
I mean,
That
just
sounds
having
like
a
a
good
whole bunch
time.
of bad
Like, I mean,
decisions.
you have a good time sometimes. It's Nashville, bro. You ever been
Oh,
to
sure,
Nashville?
sure.
Now, I don't want to Clockwork Orange you guys into just forcing you to watch a Hawk Tuah Funny Moments compilation of all the parts of the stream I thought were appealing, but I do want to play one more clip just because it overwhelmingly so sounds like Elon and puts such an uncomfortable vibe on the entire stream.
When did you have your first kiss? Got a story?
There's not really a story around that.
I mean, there's always a
Find
story behind it.
someone, you find someone, you sign up their brain, and then that's how it is.
You do what with their brain?
I mean, that's how it works, isn't it?
You what with their brain? What?
It's all just emotions, you know. You try to find someone who likes you, they'll like you back, and then you play chess effectively, if you would, or checkers with their mind. It's just role play effectively. Everybody gets a role.
Yeah.
Even Connor's at it. There are more clips throughout this entire stream where they get progressively angrier and angrier at each other. But Adrian later ends the stream and goes on a Twitter space claiming that he had more fun than Connor, therefore he wins, so it's all okay. Which I guess that's one way to justify it. There's other various clips throughout the stream where he discusses H-1B visas, as well as his opinion on mainstream media and how he doesn't trust it, which is hilarious, because that's the exact same thing Elon's been pushing for years now. So, you know, if it looks like shit, smells like shit, it's probably Elon. That's what it's feeling like. It's really, really leaning that way. But the idea that he agreed to this and managed to take it and just kind of vibe with it for a while, like, and not leave and quit, is just baffling to me, especially since Elon was tweeting during the stream. However, you know, he could have a social media manager or just be terminally online, which he is, so he could just be tweeting while playing Fortnite. But still, it's just so incredibly crazy. It's too much like Elon, but at the same time, here's my working theory as to if it isn't. If it isn't Elon, which there is a potential likelihood that it isn't, I think this is a guy who realizes he sounds like Elon, he's a big glazer of Elon, and realizes that if he keeps acting like Elon, he's going to make money from it because of the engagement and interactions, and so he just leans into the bit. He doesn't necessarily say he is Elon, but he doesn't necessarily say he isn't. He says like, no, I'm not Elon, no, that's not me, I would never be Elon, and then he does shit like refer to Elon in the first person. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And he's definitely, if it isn't Elon, doing this for a bit because he knows it makes him money. But regardless, the story's hilarious, and I want to hear your thoughts about it in the comments down below. I appreciate you spending some time with me. I, of course, will make a video again soon. Happy 2025. We're here. We finally made it. I know I said 2 videos a week. I'm going to try my best to stick to it. If I don't, it's okay. I have a few rocks in a pile back here you can throw at me if I don't. But thank you for being here. Subscribe if you're new, like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you whenever I make next. And as always, come to the streams, and adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night, and when the imposter is a nepotism billionaire.